Hey, everybody, I'm Laura Berman Forking, and welcome to Friday Focus. I'm so glad you're here. I'm here every Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern. So get in the habit and join me. And if you're watching the replay, great. Happy to have you too. All right. So today's Friday Focus is the career conundrum. The career conundrum. If you're asking yourself, hi, man, you're the best. You're always here. You're awesome. If you're asking yourself, how did I get here? Like, how did I get here? Like, how did I wind up in this job, in this career? How do I get out? If you're asking yourself or saying to yourself, I can't do this for the rest of my life. I don't know what else I'm going to do. Maybe you're saying to yourself, I hate my job. 50 to 70% of us hate our jobs. And I know it's COVID time and it's very scary to even think that if you're lucky enough to have a job, you should be thinking about anything else. But if you need permission, I give you permission. It's okay to think about something else. Things will be better. And it's better to have a plan than wait for the hatchet to fall, God forbid, right? So if you're asking, how did I get here? I'm going to tell you today, how did you get there? And how do you ask yourself different questions to get out? All right. So how did you get here? Basically, you got here because you have an outdated paper roadmap. If you're in the US, it was probably given to you in high school, right? So like that atlas that you found in the back of your parents' car, the paper one, like that's the one you were given. Okay. So in the US, the guidance counselors ask young people, what do you like and what are you good at? And now the rest of the world, that might be you too. And of course, there are a lot of cultural considerations. Some cultures is like, you're going to be this or this. There's no other choice. And that culture doesn't just mean another country. That can be a culture within your community, a culture within your family. All right. So somewhere along the line, you were either told what you're going to do or you were given the paper roadmap of what do you like and what are you good at. By the way, folks, if you want to post a comment or a question, I reminded myself to put on the feature so I can see it. I can see it too on Instagram, folks. All right. So, here's the outdated paper roadmap. Okay. So today, just this week, I had someone in our online experience class that was like, hello, Russia and Germany. Someone who said, I was good at science. I've been a scientist for 20 years and I can't, this is not for me anymore. And I don't know what else I'm going to do. Right. So whether it's science or engineering or it was business, it doesn't matter what it was. You got into it because you were good at it. It seemed like, well, I'm good at math. This makes sense. I'll do this. Right. So that's how you got here. You had an outdated paper roadmap. So what do we need today for the updated version of how to figure out what else to do with your life? We need a finely tuned satellite GPS. And you own that GPS right within you. If you know how to access it, you've got gold. All right. So the problem is that we hear it. We hear that little voice. We hear our intuition. We know there are other things that we could do, but we're terrified, of course, because now you're in deep. You've got student loans. You've invested in this thing that you've done. Your resume says this is all you can do. You've got a mortgage to pay. You've got other kids' college to pay. Like you are in it. But that's not the end of the road. So I want to give you a way to start fine-tuning your GPS and find your way out of wherever you are if you're not happy where you are. All right. So this is what you need to think about. My motto, and you may have heard it before if you watched my TEDx talk. That was very New York of me. TEDx talk is that career satisfaction doesn't come from what you do. It does not come from the job description, the status, nothing. It doesn't come from what you do. It comes from who your job allows you to be. Okay. Who does your job allow you to be? Do you get to be yourself? Do you get to feel like you're doing something meaningful? Do you get to feel like you are living what you were built to do and that what you're doing matters? That is what we all want. So if I ask you, who are you, right? Because not what you do is who you get to be. That's a big question. So for today, I'm going to break it down a little bit. And it's not an easier question, but it's a really important question. I ask this of people all the time when they come to me and they say, I want to work with you as my coach. I don't know what else I would do. I say, what's your criteria for happiness in the job? Yeah, big silence. No one knows how to answer that question. That's the question I want you to answer. What is your criteria for happiness at work? right? So you've been thinking, resume, what can I do? What am I qualified to do? I need this amount of money. I need the financial stability. I'm asking you to look at what's your criteria for happiness, okay? Is it using a particular skill that you have? Is it a particular workplace environment? We all want to be somewhere where we're supported and we like people that we work with. Is your criteria having autonomy, being able to use your creativity? All of you have financial stability as a criteria, but you need to unpack that one too, because a lot of things about financial stability comes from your upbringing, right? Some of the dysfunction around money, right? You have to look at that too. Someone's saying over on Instagram, see the smile from other people when I add value to their life. There's a criteria for happiness. I want to know that I am impacting people. I want to know I'm making something better than it was. Okay. That's criteria for happiness. Putting XYZ out into the world, right? Like, that what you do brings beauty to the world. What you do brings healing to the world. I have someone right now who is working on finding like complete shift. Didn't think there was any way to get out of what she was doing to be able to impact sustainability and saving our planet. Okay. So you need to look at what is important to you, what really matters. And that is your way out. Okay. Not just by answering the questions, right? Because there's still all the money and the resume and how am I going to get the job, blah, blah, blah. There's work to be done, but we can't do that on Friday Focus. So on Friday Focus, I'm just asking you to switch those questions from how did I get here? And oh my God, there's no way out. And what do I want to do? And what do I like? Paper roadmap. GPS. Who do I want to be? Who will my job allow me to be in the ideal scenario? And we talked about a few of that criteria for happiness. Last story for today, working with someone right now. Salesperson, sole provider in her family. Everyone's always relied on her. She can't do anything else, she says. There's no way out because everyone needs her. Everyone needs her income. This is the thing that has sustained her family. We've done this hard work of the criteria and other things through the Now What program. And on the other side, she has many, many desires, many, many things that she wants to bring beauty to the world. There's lots of ways to do that. Now, she has been excellent at sales, right? Perfect type of person to maybe have their own business. And you're not necessarily going to jump from corporate security to your own business, but you can start, and you can start on the side, and there's a way to build towards the dream. So someone is weighing in again on Instagram. Instagram's on fire. What's going on, Facebook people? No one in there? I'm looking at your comments. Can't post comments to some destinations. Anyway, for me, it's definitely to help children all over the world, but how to overcome fear that always someone is better than you are. Oh, wow. Look at you. My friend Iyanla Vanzant, she's a famous author. Look her up. She always says, there you go, unsupervised in your own head again. That is BS. 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 We're always worried that someone's better. Someone's done it before. Someone's, that organization already exists. Why would I do mine? You know what? You need to just focus on what you have to offer. The world needs a lot of us to help children all over the world, or whatever the case may be for you. So BS, I call BS. All right. So folks, we have to wrap this up today, but you can be yourself. You want to get that. What is my criteria for happiness? Start working on that. Get rid of those old questions. Friday Focus is where you'll find the new questions. Make sure you come back every Friday at 10 a.m. And if you're not in our Facebook group, it's the Now What Career Clarity and Direction group on Facebook. Instagram, folks, cross over, come over and see me. And LinkedIn, you're getting this as a broadcast after the fact. I'm waiting for LinkedIn to let me in. All right, you all. Thanks for being here. See you next time. You rock.